Kelly Clarkson is facing a storm of personal and professional upheaval amid behind-the-scenes drama and uncertainty over her talk show's future. Per Radar Online, the 43-year-old American singer-songwriter performed on hits such as Miss Independent and Since You've Been Gone at the Hard Rock Live at Edis Arena in Atlantic City, where she talked to the crowd, revealing that her busy talk show schedule keeps her from going on tour as much as she wants. Referring to her show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, Clarkson said, "It's like a whole other job," noting that she and her band members are bummed as they admire touring. She went on to share that she nearly got into a fight with her show's HR team because she wanted to discuss guests' weight loss, but they turned down the idea, calling it inappropriate. Notably, a source told the same outlet that it was unusual for Clarkson, who stays happy and cheerful, and is a sign that her world is falling apart. Her talk show is hanging by a thread, and she's being impacted by a string of personal dramas. "It's all getting too much, and she's set for a breakdown," the insider claimed. It is pertinent to mention that in March this year, Clarkson missed a week of recording The Kelly Clarkson Show, which was reported due to a private family matter. Also, people working on her show are also worried, as it is being reported that she might leak when her contract ends in 2026. The spotlight had always been Kelly Clarkson's sanctuary and her curse. From the moment she stepped onto that stage, she poured her soul into every note, every lyric, every trembling breath. But behind the shimmering veneer of fame, a storm was brewing, an internal tempest that threatened to engulf her. It started subtly, a missed cue here, a wavering vocal there. The press whispered about her slip, but no one truly knew the depths of her struggle. For Kelly, the stage was both a refuge and a trap, a place where she could momentarily forget her demons, only to find them lurking in the shadows once the curtains fell. In the quiet hours of the night, Kelly's mind became a battleground. The demons she'd long suppressed clawed their way to the surface. They weren't monstrous in the traditional sense, but manifested as relentless ghosts, regrets, fears, self-doubt, and memories she tried to bury beneath layers of music and fame. There was her childhood, an innocence lost amidst the chaos of a turbulent family life. The feeling of inadequacy that had haunted her since her American Idol days, whispering that she was never enough. The voice of a past lover, whispering accusations and heartbreak. And the ever-present fear of losing everything she had fought so hard to build. It started with small cracks. Kelly began to cancel appearances, retreating into herself. Her once vibrant smile dimmed, replaced by a haunting pallor that even her fans noticed. Her performances grew uneven, her voice strained, and her lyrics took on a darker hue, songs of despair, of longing, of breaking free. Friends and colleagues grew concerned, but Kelly pushed them away, hiding behind a facade of strength. Inside, she felt herself unraveling, the threads of her carefully constructed life slipping through her fingers. One night, after a particularly grueling rehearsal, Kelly found herself alone in her studio. The lights were dim, and the silence was deafening. She reached for a bottle of wine, seeking solace in its numbing embrace. But as she took a sip, her reflection caught her eye in the mirror, a ghostly figure staring back, eyes hollow and shimmering with unshed tears. Kelly's mind began to spin a web of chaos. Memories collided, her childhood dreams, the betrayal she endured, the relentless pressure of fame. Each thought was a dagger, piercing her psyche. She felt her grip on reality weaken, her sense of self dissolving into a fog of confusion. She started hearing voices, whispers echoing from the shadows. They taunted her, reminding her of every mistake, every failure. The demons she kept at bay now clawed their way out, forcing her to confront the darkest corners of her soul. Her behavior grew erratic. She canceled shows, lashed out at friends, and withdrew from the world. The media caught wind of her struggles, sensationalizing her decline. But Kelly didn't care anymore. Her world had shrunk to the confines of her mind, a place where her demons reigned supreme. One evening, Kelly sat alone in her dimly lit room, tears streaming down her face. The demons had become tangible, shadowy figures with twisted faces, whispering insults and accusations. They danced around her, feeding her insecurities. But amidst the chaos, a flicker of hope emerged, a memory of her childhood, her first performance, the pure joy she felt when singing for the sheer love of it. That spark ignited a small flame within her, a reminder of who she truly was beneath the pain. Drawing strength from that memory, Kelly stood up, trembling but determined. She reached for her guitar, her old companion. As her fingers found the strings, she began to play, a haunting melody filled with raw emotion. The music became her shield, her voice a weapon against the darkness. As she sang, the shadows recoiled, shrinking back into the corners of her mind. The demons, though still present, lost their power in the face of her authenticity. Tears flowed freely, but this time they were tears of catharsis, of liberation. With each note, Kelly reclaimed a piece of herself. She realized that her demons weren't just enemies. They were messengers, signaling unresolved pain that needed healing. Her spiral wasn't a descent into madness, but a journey through her own depths, an opportunity to confront and understand her fears. In the days that followed, Kelly began to seek help. Therapy sessions, support from loved ones, and a renewed commitment to her mental health became her new stage. She started writing again, channeling her struggles into songs that resonated with millions who faced similar battles. Her performances regained their power, infused now with authenticity and vulnerability. Kelly no longer saw her demons as enemies, but as part of her story, an integral chapter in her ongoing quest for self-discovery. Kelly Clarkson's journey was not a simple ascent or descent, but a spiral, a complex, beautiful trajectory through chaos and clarity. Her demons surfaced not to destroy her, but to teach her resilience, to remind her of her strength, and to deepen her understanding of herself. In embracing her darkness, Kelly found a new light, one that shone brighter because it was born from the depths of her pain. Her story became a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure, transform, and ultimately, to heal. And so, Kelly Clarkson rose again, stronger, wiser, and more authentic than ever before. Her music now an ode to her journey through the shadows and into the dawn. Kelly dropped the headphones, slid to the floor, and wept. The sound that once liberated her now felt like a cage. Her pain, the very force that launched her into stardom, had never really healed. She had turned it into art. Profitable, celebrated art. But the wound remained. She didn't leave the studio for hours. Rumors started swirling when she canceled 2 major appearances in a row: The Tonight Show and a headline spot at a Nashville benefit concert. Her publicist issued a vague statement. Kelly is taking some time to rest and recharge. But insiders whispered of emotional distress, panic attacks, even substance abuse. Thames ran a grainy photo of her, exiting a wellness center in Big Sur, looking hollow-eyed in oversized sunglasses. Clarkson check-in, the headline read. Social media erupted in a mix of concern and cynicism. She logged off everything. Inside the clinic, the facade fell away. No makeup, no cameras, no audience, just therapists and silence. It was there she admitted it. How she'd felt like a fraud for years. How the weight of always being America's sweetheart had become unbearable. How she sometimes envied those who could just walk away. I didn't want to die, she told her counselor. I just wanted to disappear. Every day she journaled, walked, sat with the ache. Slowly, the layers peeled back. The childhood trauma, the abandonment, the deep-seated belief that love was something to earn, not something freely given. She hadn't spiraled out of control because of fame. She had spiraled because, beneath all the glitter and grit, she never truly believed she was enough. And yet, she kept singing. In week 4, she picked up her guitar. It had dust on it, real dust. She played an original chord progression. No lyrics, just her fingers following feeling. Another patient overheard and asked if she'd play during a small group circle. She said no at first. Then, finally, yes. She sang, something new, soft, imperfect, honest. The group cried, so did she. Back in the world, the headlines had softened. Fans started trends with hashtags like #WeLoveYouKelly and #ComebackStronger. Her team urged a gentle return. Maybe a statement, a podcast interview, even a raw acoustic video. But Kelly wasn't interested in controlling the narrative anymore. She didn't want to come back stronger or better. She wanted to come back real. So she did. On a rainy Friday morning, she posted a video. No makeup, hair pulled back, eyes tired but open. She looked directly at the camera. "Hi. I've been gone for a while. Not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I guess I hit a wall I didn't see coming. I've spent my whole life trying to be okay for everyone else. But I wasn't okay for me, and I didn't know how to say it." A long pause. "I've been doing the work. It's hard, but it's worth it. And if you're out there, hurting, hiding, faking that smile, you're not alone. I see you." Millions watched. Celebrities reposted. Fans wept. She didn't go on tour right away. She didn't drop an album the next week. She waited. Then, 3 months later, she announced a small show. Not in an arena. In a 500-seat theater in Austin. Just her, a piano, and a few string instruments.